Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addy. So for today's video, let's do a follow-up video on Philippine travel tax. If you guys missed the first update, if foreign nationals are required to pay Philippine travel tax, please feel free to check out the channel. For today, let's talk about who are exempted on Philippine travel tax. Yes, not all travelers are required to pay this, and we will specify who are not required to pay. Details coming right up. So we got a lot of good feedback when we uploaded that video with regards to Philippine travel tax, especially for foreign nationals, because majority of our community at the Eaton Squad are foreign nationals. We also have former Filipinos here, green card holders, residents, and dual citizens, and our kababayang OFWs. There were a lot of specific inquiries when I uploaded that video. And of course, we also get negative feedback from that video that why is this only being implemented? To be honest, Philippine travel tax has been implemented for a long time. Maybe you guys just did not notice it because you guys are not charged, because you guys are probably part of the categories who are exempted to pay for travel tax. And of course, we have this feedback on where the money is going, even though I have already break down the percentage on where the money is going. But of course, they have to put their opinion in the comment section, which we don't have control all the time. But I wanted to also give you guys a heads up that some comments gets deleted or gets hidden by YouTube, especially if it becomes rude, it becomes toxic, or it becomes spammy in my comment section. So if you wonder if your comment disappear because you made a rude comment or something, then that's not me. That's really part of YouTube policy. They want to make sure that we follow the community guidelines. But like I said, for this video, let's talk about who are exempted on paying Philippine travel tax. Philippine travel tax will base on the ticket that you purchase, I mean the seat. If you are purchasing an economy seat, it's a different price. If you're purchasing a first class seat, it's also on a different bracket. But for exemptions, I will be showing you guys tables on who are exempted, and at the same time I am going to show you guys the documentations that they require to be exempted from travel tax. To those who are just tuning in, travel tax for economy class is 1,620 pesos. And for first class, it's 2,700. Before we proceed to the table, I wanted to put this out here, especially to foreign nationals coming into the Philippines as a tourist. You guys are exempted on the Philippine travel tax if your stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year. If for some reason, when you purchase a ticket, especially if you purchase it here in the Philippines, they automatically charge you with travel tax. So I know there are some foreign nationals. I got quite a bit of message in our Facebook that they get charged with Philippine travel tax even though they are exempted from paying for it. Usually it's kind of automatic on the ticket, especially like I said, when you purchase it here in the Philippines. You guys can actually file for a refund for that. So make sure not to misplace or lose your ticket or itinerary when you guys purchase it. That way you guys get refunded for the Philippine travel tax that was charged to you that's not supposed to. Now let's proceed to the table on who are exempted for Philippine travel tax. Let's take up those travelers who have stayed for less than 1 year in the Philippines. So here are the exempted travelers to the Philippines for the Philippine travel tax. Like I said earlier, these are travelers whose stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year. So it's pretty much safe to say that if you have stayed in the Philippines for more than 1 year, that's the time you are charged with travel tax. First are 9A visa holders. These are temporary visitors for business, for pleasure, or for reasons of health. So these are foreign nationals coming in into the Philippines as a tourist. You guys get your visa upon arrival, that is 30 days. So you guys are exempted if you have stayed in the Philippines for less than a year. Republic Act 9225 with Philippine passport. This is for dual citizens with Philippine passport. Dual passport, if arrival is stamped only in the Philippine passport, the passenger shall secure the travel tax exemption certificate or TTEC. If you guys are confused on where to go for this, they have help desk at the airport for travel tax purposes. SRV, these are for special retirees resident visa, those who are staying in the Philippines indefinitely. If you have stayed in the Philippines less than a year, which is very seldom because you are retired, for sure you will be staying here for several years. But just in case you have stayed for less than a year because you have to go back abroad, then you are exempted to pay for travel tax. Also, your dependents for SRV holders, same thing, they are exempted. For overseas Filipino workers, for our kababayang OFWs, the requirements are posted on the right-hand side of the screen. Please read them thoroughly if you guys belong to this category. So please take note of this specific documentations. They need the original copies of this. They did not say if they accept photocopy and stuff, but to make sure, bring original copies. Infants up to second birthday on date of travel. In case the original passport cannot be presented, the original birth certificate and photocopy of ID page of passport. So parents who are traveling to the Philippines with infants up to the second birthday on the date of travel, they are exempted. As provided under RA 6768, balikbayans who stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year. So these are for former Filipinos or balikbayans. You guys are granted 1 year visa upon arrival. But if you're only staying in the Philippines for less than a year, you are exempted. Identification pages of passport and stamps of last departure from and arrive in the Philippines, duration of which is at least 1 year. Airline ticket used in traveling to the Philippines. As provided under Republic Act 6768, family members of former Filipinos accompanying the latter. So, if you are a former Filipino traveling with your spouse and kids, they are also exempted from travel tax for as long as you stay in the Philippines for less than a year. Travel tax is actually charged when you are departing in the Philippines, not when you arrive in the Philippines. So, foreign passport of former Filipino or other evidence of former Philippine citizenship. Examples of this are old or expired Philippine passport, your Philippine birth certificate. Also, birth certificate or adoption papers of children, and or marriage certificate of accompanying spouse. Filipino permanent residents abroad who stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year. So these are green card holders, residents of particular countries, copies of the identification pages of passport and stamp of last arrival in the Philippines, proof of permanent residency in foreign country like US green card, Canadian Form 1000, etc. Certification of residence issued by the Philippine Embassy or Consulate in the country which does not grant permanent resident status or appropriate entries in the passport. So these are the travelers who are exempted for Philippine travel tax, please be guided accordingly. So I am hoping with this table, you guys have more clarifications now on who are only required to pay travel tax. As I've mentioned earlier, travel tax are charged when you are departing the Philippines, not when you arrive the Philippines. But like I said, if you guys are one of these travelers that we just read up earlier that don't need to pay for travel tax, especially if your stay in the Philippines is less than 1 year, then you don't need to pay for Philippine travel tax at all. If you guys are curious on who are required to pay for travel tax, we already uploaded a video on that. Please feel free to check out the channel for details. And to those travelers who have experienced paying for travel tax, if you guys could share your experience, how is it? What documentations were asked from you? Was the queue too long? Was the line too long? Or is it quick in and out when paying travel tax? To those who pay for travel tax, they have booth at the airport. You can see it right away as soon as you enter the airport. It's right up there by the door. Or you can do it also online. I have posted the link in the description box if you want to pay your travel tax online. Only if you are required to pay for travel tax. So this is our latest travel updates to the Philippines. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page, same handle, the Eaton Squad. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continuous support and trust to our channel and to our family. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.